Hello everybody, my name is Ichiyama and this is my project utilizing sensors in the Arduino Uno to develop a sustainable water conserving garden system. So for this summer bridge project I worked to develop an automated garden watering system. So we know that there are already systems out there, the main one being a time-based sprinkler, but I wanted to create something that took this a little bit of a step further. So the purpose, therefore, was to create a watering apparatus that efficiently watered a small garden by taking in multiple variables such as light, soil moisture, and time to determine the best time for watering. So I planned on putting this project outside onto my lanai, as can be seen in figures 1 and 2. So for the methods, I utilized sensors such as the soil moisture sensor, a photoresistor, and a real-time clock, as well as the Arduino Uno and its accompanying coding system to create a functioning system that took incoming readings from the sensors, and when specific conditions were met, would turn on a relay, which in turn turned on a solenoid valve that watered the garden. So for here, we could see the photoresistor as seen in figure 3. So a photoresistor is basically a sensor that measures light. It sends back readings of specific values of light. The real-time clock, as seen in figure 4, just gives the Arduino Uno a reference as to what time it's running. A relay, which is in figure 5, basically allows for a lower voltage circuit to turn on a higher voltage component. And this high voltage component is the solenoid valve, as seen in figure 6. So a solenoid valve basically directly turns on or off the water coming in from any like spout or water source. And the soil moisture sensor, as seen in figure 7, basically just measures how wet or dry the soil is. I also use coding with the Arduino, which is logic functions, logic and conditional statements such as if, ands, and ors. So basically the Arduino uses these logic statements to determine when's the best time to watering. For the results, I was able to get the system to properly work. I mounted the Arduino Uno next to the door, as can be seen in figure 8, so as to keep it out of reach from my dogs. I also waterproofed the moisture sensor that I hooked up into the pot, as seen in figure 9. I used silicone to waterproof it. For now, I only hooked the system up to a small pot filled with cilantro and green onion, as can be seen in figure 10. So basically, when the conditions I set were met, the solenoid and water was able to turn on and off successfully. So I was able to actually get the water to turn on and off based on the conditions that I wanted it to read. And for the conclusion, there were some setbacks with this project due to the coronavirus situation, but for the most part, I was happy with the results. This project helped me in understanding and developing solutions to problems centered around sustainability, as well as improving overall critical thinking. I plan to further this project by possibly applying the system on a larger scale, such as maybe a bigger plot of land, also possibly adding in more sensors to get greater readings as well. And here's my references and acknowledgements. And that sums my project up. Thank you.